around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
Would you care for me? Would you care for me?
Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My mind, I'm getting lost in your eyes.
Scorpio, good morning, how are you? So this part is not the tarot reading. I'm segregating the channeled stuff from the actual tarot reading stuff itself. This one is going to be remote viewing. I've got a couple of messages here for you that started to come through. But I start remote viewing, so I start scribing pretty much as I'm channeling, and then we come out with a picture, and then we see if you can pick up on any deceased loved ones, any pigments, or I'm also hearing pigments. So I'm hearing something to do around maybe dieting, like myself, okay? So I'm hearing like swine, so like eating meat maybe. So you might be like on a diet, and you're kind of like a carnivore diet where it's just like fruits, vegetables and meat, like chicken, pork, all this kind of stuff here. Unless you're a carnivore or meat eater or something like that. I'm also hearing pigments. So I'm hearing that that would have anything to do with around like, so you know my intro? So like graphic designing and all this sort of stuff. I'm also hearing clothes designing or graphic designer, okay? Definitely hearing someone that is indicative to like a clothes designer, designing certain clothes, and then also something to do around arts and crafts and graphics. My graphics are like obviously video editing, but like Adobe software or anything that doesn't involve computer software. It's just kind of like graphic designer of like physical painting and art, because that would be like pigments, right? So I'm picking up on anything that is sort of like multimedia based, probably trying to sell a product or something like that is of multimedia, or using a site of multimedia. What's that one called? Like not Netflix, but like Flicks, where it's all pictures and stuff like that that women basically go around like, oh, look at that design. I think it's a multimedia based thing. Okay, I keep hearing things. If I say thing, you say Stephen. It could be yourself or someone another Stephen. Okay, so pigments, arts, crafts, and then something also to do with around maybe carnivore, sort of like trying to lose weight, and then look at what I'm eating. Like what I'm eating is, I don't think it's more of a, it could be more of a health thing, but I'm picking up where it's kind of like I just really want to lose some weight. And the only way I'm going to do that is by starting to eat clean. So that would be like I said, fruits, vegetables, meat, basically. Okay. It's very difficult to go on a diet, right, Scorpio? Okay, for any of you guys out there that suffer through dieting. And it's very difficult to not eat meat if you're just going to say, oh, no, you just want to eat vegetable. Oh, come on. Who wants to eat just a vegetable or just a fruit, right? So I'm picking up that you guys that might be into, like, you know, eating meat and stuff. Okay, so two songs that, well, three messages, but two songs. So yours was falling in love with you, so, or alchemy, Natalie, but I'm hearing falling in love with you. So someone is falling in love with you, falling in love, but then I'm also hearing falling in and out of love. So it could be a mixed message there. It might also be a message within itself of like, am I giving mixed messages? Like, are you giving me mixed signals? Like, I don't want to get mixed up in this, but I'm starting to gain some feelings. So, I don't know, we could be verging on that third energy. Might be having something to do with a 3. That would mean an extraterrestrial Piscean or a life path 3. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens when we come up with your tarot. But I like to keep my channeled stuff clean and basic. So, okay, so there's something here around clean, like clean eating or cleanse, like cleansing, some kind of like smudging or whatever it is that people do. I don't really use all that sort of stuff, but like cleansing, like, so that would be smudging and all of that kind of stuff. Me, I don't really believe in it myself because it's never really worked. I've tried it and stuff, but for me as a guy, it doesn't really work. Okay, but like, you know, each to their own, but I'm hearing like cleansing, smudging, cleansing, trying to get rid of dark energy, but like trying to get rid of dark energy when we're in purgatory of 9. So you could be dealing with a life path 9 or a Virgo. But we, you know, we live in times that are purgatory, and if you look at purgatory of 9-year cycle, going back, we're going to year 7 very soon. We're now in love and lust situations around Capricorn, Gemini. Then we go into year 7, so you could have a lot of car problems, you know, things around cars, rebuilding, moving, travelling, all this kind of stuff, planning on coming up. But if you look at a 9-year cycle, we're constantly living in darkness all the time. So, you know, each to their own of what it is that they believe. But, you know, people like smudging and all that sort of stuff. So you guys are probably, I'm hearing like smudging. Okay. So I'm also hearing midge or smidge or small, Stuart, or someone that's very small and tiny, like they're 5 foot, something like that, 5 foot something. Me, I'm 6 foot, so I'm hearing things. So it might be little and large, like I'm small, I'm large, I'm big, I'm small, type sort. All creatures, great and small. So what's this to do with around creatures? Creature comfort. So I'm hearing something to do around, I like to get snuggled up in a snuggie or a doona, someone from Australia, or like it's cold at the moment and I'm kind of wrapping up warm and all this sort of stuff, and someone that gets cold all the time. Okay, because I'm hearing like creature comforts. So I'm also hearing something around creatures. So I don't know if they're, because I'm picking up like goannas and like amphibians and snakes of someone that might like all that kind of like spiders, snakes, skulls, amphibian type sort of like, you know, chameleon type sort of stuff. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but that could be a message for somebody. What that means to you, I don't know. But like I'm hearing snake charmer or angelic karma or angel. Some of you believe you're a light working angel. It could be a Sagittarian person, maybe. Sorry, but there's a Sagittarius person that always comments and says, I'm a light working angel being of fucking, I don't know. Just please don't go and jump off the building believing that you're a God sent archangel of Christ. Oh, please don't do that, because that's just you know, I'm going to stay out of it. Someone here believes that they're an archangel Christ being of lords and whatever. So yeah, all up into the light working stuff, whatever. But that actual message itself deters me now. It really does. Like that, I'm a light worker bollocks. Like I don't subscribe to all that sort of shit anymore. But like some do love all of that, right? So I'm hearing that I'm a 7D twin flame psychedelic Christ angel of channeled fuck knows what else, and I'm a twin flame Blu-ray, I don't know, someone's all up in all that stuff. So I'm hearing stingray, so that will be a Scorpio that's kind of wanting to be or is one of those, so congratulations. Sorry, that's really sarcastic of me, but I just fuck all that shit now. Just really, I've been doing this for so long, man, and I've just seen so many people, and they all start off like, oh, you don't know who I am, Michael. Like, and I'm some sort of like Archangel Michael Christ of fucking God Blu-ray twin flame person. And like, I have powers beyond belief. So, each to their own, right? But anyway, so there's a message for you. You're extremely spiritual, and there you go. You got a gift. Brilliant. Nice one. So I hope you're doing something with it, and I hope you get on well. So there's something there for you guys. So that's falling in love. So I'm hearing Elvis Presley, so Cockfrost. Then I'm also hearing loving you. So loving you is easy because you're. So there's Natalie all up in here somewhere. So because I keep hearing you, something, so alchemy. But loving you. So I'm hearing that lovers. So that would have something to do around Gemini or Capricorn in your chart or theirs. Then I'm also hearing this. I was trying to think, okay, and then I was thinking, Steve, I'm not turned on. And then I was like, okay, so there's a message, because I was thinking I'm trying to turn myself on to whatever this is. Like, and it was a message itself. Sometimes when I talk to myself, that's a message. Okay, so I'm hearing I'm not turned on. So there's kind of like this turning on, turning off light switches and like trying to look after electricity. You might also be dealing with a life path 7 or a Cancerian energy, because that would be a tower. And then I'm picking up like something to do with around like some sort of like phallic turned on, turned off, turned on, then I'm turned on, then I'm off, and then I'm trying to work things out around my sex life and all this kind of stuff. But Scorpios can also find that very difficult if you know a life path 4 or a Scorpio person. Okay, and then also especially people that suffer through like ADD, bipolar, because that relates to dopamine. I don't want to go into it, but I'm also a teacher, so I do things on the Gold Tier about teaching about dopamine. It's very important, adrenaline and dopamine. Okay, because it relates so much to like spiritual, because it's instant gratification. You see, sex is also instant gratification. Instant gratification, you have good stuff and you have bad stuff. You have good ways of manifesting and bad ways of manifesting. You have good dopamine and bad dopamine, so you can live out of a false dopamine high. And that's what leads to people that use heroin addictions and tablets and stuff like that, is instant gratification, but that leads to controlling one's urges and impulses around dopamine. So if you can control your dopamine levels and stop acting on impulse, okay, if you can work on those, that's you working on yourself. And that's what a lot of people probably do not always tell you. It's not always to do with that. It's not always to do with that. That isn't the basis of, okay, but it's neuron science and it's working on your head. Okay, so when your head is clear, obviously you're not really thinking of anything, but you're always got people that are not thinking clear, so you'll always be fighting against dark and light. So anyway, we do all that sort of stuff on the gold tier there over on Patreon. So let's get on with your drawings. So I definitely keep picking up something to do around, like I said, drawings and stuff, like boring drawing, or like I said, instant gratification. Let's just go on to that just for a brief second for you guys that might get bored. I'm explaining now instant gratification. The people that look for an answer in tarot that are impatient enough to stay around before they have to click on to another one because they're impatient. So you really could be dealing with Sagittarian, Life Path 4, Sagittarius, Taurus kind of energy maybe, and getting impatient. So I'm hearing impatient outpatients, hospital visits, going to and from hospital, or you work in a hospital or a care home or vicinity of this. Some of you, it might be where your grandparents or parents are, because I'm hearing dementia, like senile dementia, okay. So I'm kind of picking up on those impatients, outpatients, not a lot of patience type sort of Pisces, not Sagittarian 5 energies, Low Path 5, Sagittarius, Taurus. It's kind of like this trying to Brenda. And you're right, guys. But like I'm trying to like blend things together. And I'm picking up like arts and crafts. Like I'm trying to like flick paint or something, and I'm trying to blend something in together. Or I'm trying to merge in with... It feels like someone's trying to get in with you. Like I'm trying to get in on the action that you've got going on. I'm trying to get in on a piece of that, right? So I don't know if this is... Okay, so what I'm picking up is a message is that someone here is... Sorry, I keep forgetting to draw while I'm doing it. Ooh, look at that, that's shiny and bright. You have that. I'm trying to get in to do the same kind of thing, and I want a piece of that action. Okay, so this could relate to like, okay, I've got an idea, right? And I've got a piece of clothing, or I've got like, I don't know, man, people that do tarot cards or something, right? And I've got like a really good design of a tarot card, or I've got really good design of something, and I want to get in with you to promote something that I've got going on. And can you promote this kind of like idea that I've got, and can I merge in with you and be like that kind of stuff? But because that very much come up over on over on Patreon, over on your actual reading, about like someone is looking at an 8, which is like Aquarian Leo, okay, and it was still around tarot readings, and it was about an offer, okay, of a gold pentacle, which was an Ace of Pentacles, and it was like, I want to put in an offer and I want to get what you've got, but there was an energy around also like trusting the process of it, or justin, okay, or justice, something around Libra. It was also in Libra reading, but like so if you're a Libra cross-watching, or you've got a 2 or a Libra, just be very cautious around if you've got money or someone that wants a piece of action of some kind of like money. I don't know how that's relating to something, but a message here is definitely coming up of like, oh, I'm looking at that nice, shiny, bright thing, and I want a piece of that action. So what action that is, whether that's love, lust, that was also in another thumbnail that I wrote, love, Leo. So that is Aquarian 8. Don't forget, I also read in code for you guys that are not impatient. Okay, well, instant gratification of looking for an answer that you may never find. Virgo, Life Path 9. Okay, but like there is something here around love or lust. 6 is Gemini, Capricorn energies. Is it love? Is it love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. It's kind of like something is hurting me. Okay, something is hurting me because of this lustful trust energy. Like some of you might not want to be hurt, and you're kind of like more worried about being hurt and stopping yourself. That's what I said. Instant gratification Okay, so there's something about merging, looking at something shiny and bright. You've got what I don't have, and I'm wondering if I can get in on a piece of that, whether that be to do with love, lust, or money. So there's a message for you. Okay, so what was I going to go off on a rant about? I'm hearing Ant or Anthony or Anthea or Ansfield or Mansfield, Mandy, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie's son and mum. So you got family all up in here somewhere. But instant gratification. Instant gratification are basically people that watch tarot card readings, and they watch it for instant gratification to try and find out is this person ever going to talk to me without me doing it myself? Okay, that's instant gratification, a lot of instant gratification. Okay, so instant gratification is I haven't got time to stick around because if you're not giving me the messages I want, I'm losing interest very quickly because I need a rush and I need to quickly, in order to fucking do something and find out a message, not stay around, not be patient enough because I need to go to another one and find out an answer that I'm still not doing because tarot doesn't never just say, okay, because I'm having a tarot reading, you're going to tell me all of this real nice stuff. No, you have to participate in life and create your own design of life. Okay, if not, you're looking for an answer, but you've got to have patience. Okay, you've got to have patience. So, because you've got to have clients, you've got to have patience, and so on and so forth, right? So, I'm also hearing it's got to be big, it's got to be big, it's got to be big. Okay, so someone might have a big dick or a big ego or something that is really big that someone wants. Now, it could be Tom Hanks. So you might be playing on pianos or like, I'm also hearing a nose, something to do with someone's nose. I don't know what that's relating to, but I keep hearing that name, the name of nose. In the name of nose, and there it goes. So someone might pick their nose quite a lot. I'm a bit of a picker, if I'm honest, when I'm on my own. It's instant gratification. I don't know. Then I'm also hearing people like, oh, my nose is rubbing and I must be channeling. My nose doesn't itch. Anyway, let's see. So, bewitched. So there's some sort of like witchy type sort of stuff here. I don't believe in witchcraft. So, sweetheart, you asked me for a reading, right? I can't answer that. Witchcraft is not true. Okay, instant gratification, right? People watching tarot readings. Okay, so I'm not going to call out your name. I'm not going to try to embarrass you, but I got a very kind of like very demanding kind of, right, this person doesn't want me. Another tarot reader told me they're coming back. Okay, so you're watching way too many tarot readings. Judgment does not always mean people are coming back. It means hospitals, death. It means like a calling. It means I might be called out. I'm spiritual, I'm awake. There's so many, right? A&E, accident, emergency, music, okay, signs, synchronicities, so much. It doesn't just mean the person's coming back. So if you watched another tarot reader that's just starting and they said, oh, okay, this person's coming back, and you want them back and you haven't reached out, and then it's kind of like, why did no one ever come? It's because you didn't reach out to the person and just say, okay, let's just get this over and done with, instead of like paying so much money for a tarot reading to find out are they going to communicate. Just goddamn communicate, people. If you want to know things, just communicate. It's quite simple, okay? But like, is this bitch that has my husband or wife or my twin flame doing witchcraft on him to stop him wanting me? No, not a goddamn chance in earth does witchcraft work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, okay? You can believe in it all you like, right? But the trouble is where I get very angry at people is because I try to help people to de-brainwash the brainwashing by billions of other people that have told you a different method than mine, right? So if you're watching them and you've had readings and they've said to you anything about, or you're watching people that are saying that witchcraft and blah, 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 and goddamn it, you can believe it all day long. But the moment you're going through an awakening that the bitch is with him that I want, and is she doing witchcraft on him because he doesn't want me, and it's got to be her that's stopping him, you've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. You need to wake the fuck up and you need to start realising certain things that are going on in one's mind here, right? So, Uncle Steve has said, okay, so instant gratification, you're kind of like looking for an answer of something that you're addicted to, wanting to know why don't I get what I want when I want it. So you're going through control issues as well, okay? So because you're trying to control someone towards you that you believe should be yours, comes from the Gemini energy. They should be mine, why are they not? It's got to be them that's doing harm or them that's stopping something from happening. That is not feasible or possible. Okay, now you can believe in the impossible, But I guarantee you have lost your mind. Okay, so I'm also hearing the name Gary and also Tina. Okay, Tina Smith. That's also what I'm hearing. Stuart Smith or Smith. Smith and Weston's. Tim Smith. You alright, bruv? How you doing? Did you know that you got Scorpio somewhere? But like Smith and Weston. Smithy. Smith and Weston. Something's around guns. Young guns. So calling First Blood. So something to do with Sylvester Stallone. First Blood. And a Devil's Son. So something around the devil. Around a Devi. Evie, Steve, Evian. Something like that. Or then Jen, Julian, Jason. Devil's Son called me Young Guns. So it's something about someone threatening to take someone's guns away from them or something like that. Because you guys in America are crazy as shit, right? And you're... but you all have guns, right? You know, just move to the UK, bruv. It's quite simple. They're not allowed in the UK. Okay? But while you guys are always constantly worried about needing to protect yourselves against people that also can buy guns, you'll constantly be killing each other. Okay? Just, you know, look at the true facts of it. Okay? We all need guns in order to protect ourselves against the people that can also buy guns. You will be constantly and utterly shooting each other, living scared. Okay, so I need to protect myself from other people that are trying to get what I have. So I need to protect myself and arm myself to the fucking teeth. Does it sound feasible to any fucker out there that isn't bonky-eyed and cross-eyed? Yeah. Right, we need to arm ourselves to the fucking nines, bruv. Because there are people out there that also have the same capability of allowing to have, or not allowing to have, but can get access to. Just saying, bruv. The cause of the problem is the problem itself that you need to work on. It's not the people. Okay, what kills people? Okay, so I don't know. I think someone's arming themselves to the teeth here. Okay, so what else have we got for you? I think we're going to kind of leave it maybe there and try and see if we can pick up anything through. Oh my God. So what have we got here? So feel free to let me know in the comment section of anything that you guys see here, because it is remote viewing. You'll more than likely see it better in the camera. Okay. So it's going to take me a moment to kind of see something here, because I was kind of seeing it when I was drawing it here. It definitely looks like a map. There's something here. Okay, there's a man standing there like a woodpecker. Okay, so I'm picking up sage. So you know people that in the olden days used to have those really big fucking cone noses. That might have something to do with that. So it might just be a message generally of what they're trying to tell me about saging. Okay, I've got sage over there. I lit it yesterday, and basically it just didn't really do anything apart from smoke the place out. But like, because all it's supposed to do, right, is just kind of relax you. It doesn't really get rid of, like, you know, you have to realise, like, we're in darkness, like we're in dark, like purgatory between the crossover of two. Okay, so the bridge, the gap, you know, we don't go to hell. Okay, we don't go to heaven on a little rowboat clap clap unless we do, but your body doesn't. Okay, your body doesn't go anywhere. If you ever actually look at death, some people think that when they get to heaven, they're actually going to be the same in pigment of the person that they're going to meet up there, but their body didn't go up there. So how the hell can they be that person when you get to heaven? When you get there, how on earth is that body going to be that same energy? Right, so you don't take everything with you. Your memory goes, it's dead, it's dormant, it's gone. Okay, so when your mind isn't there, none of your memories of the past are there. You can't even remember your siblings. You can't remember the future, the present, or the past. Right, so you tell me, okay, where are you going? Right, sorry, but that's a little bit of a medium spectacle energy there. But yeah, I'm picking up like sage, right? So like I'm, you know, not saying that people are strapping these goddamn cones to their face here, unless you're smoking the reefer. Okay, but like here, like this energy is what I'm picking up is some message around like yeah. Now that this person, so like saging, is looking energy here. What else have we got that I can kind of see? I can't see while I'm fucking. There's a person there starting to form. Sorry, Scorpio, man. I really cannot pick up on anything. It looks like a dragon here. Okay, some kind. Some of you might need to shave. You might be growing sideburns, and someone's got a beard. I'm not saying Bernie or Brian, Bethy, or someone like that, or B. Okay, so I'm seeing a toddler, small, like this is a foot and a leg, trying to run. So you could be dealing with life path 7 and a Cancerian. So I also want to go back to this because I just realised there was a message here called "not turned on." Okay, so you also have to be wary of like ADHD, because dopamine is very important. Dopamine is a rush. Okay, when a rush of blood to the head. So Chrissy Ra. So like bipolar, but probably not well. Bipolar ADD. Okay, so if you know any guys that have that, and you get this lack of interest, no interest, and then sex, and then no sex, it's very difficult for a person that has ADD, because they can also act very much on impulse, because their dopamine doesn't last as long. Okay, which means that there'll be a rush of blood to the head, but their dopamine isn't producing what someone that doesn't have that the same. Okay, so they'll have very erotic moments, or they'll have like very fast, like strong kind of energy, and like, oh, you're really up for this and blah blah blah, and then you're not, and then you're turned off, and I'm finding it very difficult to find myself getting to the point of being turned on. So there might be a message here that can relate to like sex here, that may be within like I said, if you're in partnership, that is something to, like, I have ADD and I'm a male. Okay, I don't care. Like, I don't care admitting my flaws. I have certain flaws when it comes to around sex, because I have ADD. Okay, so I can have like very erotic urges. Okay, very strange ones. Okay, but I can have very erotic urges, and I can be very much there. When I'm there, but I can't make myself be there. And in relationships, that can have a whole toll on certain things. So with people with ADD, you'll have this like rush of blood to the head, and that impulse is instant gratification. And me being an ex-drug addict, I have a lot of shit to work on when it comes to instant gratification. Okay, so trust me, I'm a flawed human being from the past. There's a lot of shit I have to work on daily. Be also a Scorpio rising. Well, 3 lots of Scorpio in my chart. Okay, but like if any of you guys or partners and you're watching a Scorpio and your partner is probably a male and suffering from the same kind of condition, you've kind of got to be a little bit more understanding. Okay, it works off impulse, so it works off instant gratification. I can't control my impulses. That's why a person with ADD impulse buys. They buy a lot of shit and they spend a lot of money because they impulse buy. So they have problems of like addictions of gambling, impulse buying like large fucking keyboards, fucking big cars, God knows what else, spending large amounts of money for instant gratification, and then I'm not even using half the things that I have, right? So that's a problem within ADD. But then when you also come to the sex life also, it kind of works on the same aspect. Meaning like I'm very much kind of there and let's get it on like Donkey Kong because I'm feeling very good at this time. And it's kind of like, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But then I might be like a good few days or maybe even a week or so where I really can't just seem to find that dopamine that I need. Okay, so you've got to be very, like I said, some people is queer as folk. There's no square as folk, right? But you've got to have more of an understanding. And if your partner or anybody in life can be like me, okay, and come to you and admit their flaws and kind of say, look, I'm not embarrassed about this, but I do need to explain to you about certain things. This is me, okay, this is what I have. That is better for a person to do that than to try and force that out of a person. Is to let them come to their own, is to give them time. Here, is to give them time. Okay, so like I said, if you're impatient and you work off impulse and you don't have time, okay, and you don't have time to stay around with a partner working on relationships because of other things that may not be spiritual, you'll kind of give up very quickly on them and just go. Okay, so some of you might be giving up on something that's come from the past and you're kind of like, nah, I can't be doing with working on that, I've got to go and work on myself, and okay. So anyway, I've got no idea. Where have we gone? We've started channeling again right here. That's the only kind of thing I can actually see there as a person. There seems to be someone else there. I think I'm going to leave this one up to what you guys might see here, okay? Because it's a message for you if you can see it, okay? If you can actually see it. Sometimes on the screen I just don't have time in order to be able to sit here analysing the photograph, trying to pick up what it is. It's kind of something here that may have been formed here. I'm picking up like a chrysalis of a child, like a very small unborn child or something there. Okay, someone that might be pregnant maybe, because it's like a fetus. Picking up like a fetus growing somewhere, or something like a dark cloud of something glowing. I don't know if it's like lungs on the lungs or some kind of like test for something that is dark. So we can leave it at that. So that's just your Not a Tarot Card Reading channel section. I really hope that you guys like, share and subscribe. Your next reading, that will be tarot, will be next over on here. But if you really want to support me and you want better readings, then I hope you consider joining Patreon. Your weekly readings will always be done the day or 2 days before they are actually done here. So I think I did it yesterday for Scorpio, okay? And that is over on Patreon, and that is full of all of the things that you may want to know. What are their thoughts? What are their feelings? What are their intentions? What are they doing? What are the messages from Spirit that they're trying to tell me? Okay, are they coming back? What is this person's attention? Why are they not coming back? Why? And I go through all of these cards in the darkness and messages of closure, and I kind of get messages from Spirit, and then I clarify them and tell you what numerology that they've probably got, everything else, the star signs that they might be, what they're going through, and what their intentions are, and are they going to stay around long enough in order to commit, and stuff like this. And we go through all of those questions, and if you want those, that's the most informative ones that you'll get. That's the bit that you have to pay for. And if you want to do that, that is over on Patreon, and it will only be the silver or the gold tier. The gold tier, silver has all monthlies, all weeklies. Gold has all monthlies, all weeklies, and all of the past, present, and future teaching videos that I also do that are very, very much hand in hand with just tarot. It's not all about instant gratification. That's what I will spiritually teach you, hopefully to be able to control your mind and not your mind controlling you. If you can take control of your own mind, you're halfway there, okay? So that is what I've got. Your next reading for YouTube will be hopefully next. So please make sure you click over straight away, hopefully if it's there. And that will be messages from Spirit of what to be aware of in your environment, and then also clarified for the week, okay? So that's what we've got. All links are provided below. Thank you so much, Scorpio, Life Path 4, or Aries, because I read in code, okay? So you can also watch the Aries reading if you get messages, okay? So there you go. Thanks very much, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you soon.